Movement is medicine, and jump rope is one of my favorite cardiovascular exercises. I'm going to show you guys how to do it best I can today, and if you're someone who lacks the coordination, the skill sets, no matter what it might be, I have some good alternatives for you as well later in the video. But first, we're going to go over the jump rope. The two most important parts of your body to think about when you're doing a jump rope are your wrists and your ankles. Your ankles are going to be doing this jumping motion, which we'll go over more in depth later, as well as the driving force of the motion is coming from your ankles. I worded that weirdly. Your wrists is what's controlling the jump rope. Don't do big hand motions. Everything here is going to be in the wrist. In fact, I try to keep myself as... Don't step on the jump rope. That'll happen. I try to keep my wrists as stationary and in the same place as possible. And I'm literally just flicking my wrist forward, and if I want to do them backwards, backward. I'd highly recommend to start out with these. Just flick, step over. Flick, step over, flick, step over. Now, I'm getting a bit more arm in these as I'm trying to over-exaggerate the motion, but once you get into the actual jumping portion coordinatedly, I don't even know if that's a word, apologies for that, you want to keep up the tempo with your wrists, because after you jump, you want to make this one consistent motion, essentially. It's just a well-oiled machine of doing the exact same thing over and over. So a great way to practice this is to take the jump rope completely out of it. So just hold your hands here. We call these bunny hops. Bunny hops are basically just the extension of your calf and your ankle just going up. And I'm just using these boom, boom, boom to jump. Now, what a lot of you are probably going to be telling me is, I can't jump. I cannot get off the ground. That's okay. If you can't do something like a jump rope, you can still do something that helps replicate the motions, the benefits, as well as getting your heart rate up. So let's go over and check out how to do that with the fence that's right behind you. Right next to me, but it's behind the camera. I'm not going to explain myself. The fence right here. So hold on to something like this. It doesn't really matter where I'm holding on here as long as I'm being consistent. And you can just practice the upward motion or even practice jumping here if you're just worried about the balance and the landing. We're going to go over all forms of jumping tomorrow in the video that I'm going to be making, so be on the lookout for that when it comes to how to land correctly when you jump. But for now, holding on to something anywhere that's going to be comfortable that you can adjust your grip to. So you don't want to grab something that's too low to where when I come up, it's going to drag my arms down. So something that's hip height or above to grab onto, and just practice jumping up and down like this is very, very intensive. It's a great way to get your heart rate up, and that is all you need for cardiovascular training. If it makes you breathe heavy and it makes your heart rate increase, that is literally the definition of training your heart and your lungs, or cardiovascular training, which those are what give us the greatest health benefits. I don't really know if I want to say the greatest, but the most helpful health benefits to everyone's day-to-day life. I'm always going to be someone who's promoting muscle, the benefits of strength training, so on and so forth. But I understand that cardiovascular training is probably higher up on the echelon for a number of reasons that we're not going to get into like a tier list or anything like that today. If we want to do that, we can do that on a Twitch stream, but you guys have to come over to those and recommend that. That's a conversation for another day. Thank you so much for watching. I've been making movement-related videos every day the month of May, which is now almost over. I still plan on making movement and fitness-related content, so follow me on all my socials through majorpectoralis.com if you'd like to join me in getting movement more in your daily routine, life, or just for the other funny stuff that I post. I really would love to grow my community and give back to the people who have given me a platform. So please follow, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you'd like to do to help support me, support you guys as well with motivational movement tips. But as always, the most important thing to remember is